Germany's native horses are more than just beasts of burden. They're living witnesses to history and symbols of culture. From massive coldbloods hauling timber and beer wagons across Bavaria and the Rhineland, to the last wild herd surviving in Europe, each breed carries a story of survival, loss, and revival. In all 5 native German horse breeds then and now with modern breeders, we dive into a journey through past and present, where heritage and preservation come together to keep this living treasure alive. Number 1. Schwarzwälder Kaltblut, Black Forest Horse. In the deep woods of the Black Forest, the Schwarzwälder Kaltblut, or Black Forest Horse, has stood beside people for more than 6 centuries. Since the 15th century, these powerful coldbloods hauled massive logs down steep forest slopes where no machine could go. Standing 15 to 16 hands high, about 60 to 64 inches, and weighing 1,300 to 1,600 pounds. They're not as massive as the Belgian or the Percheron, but what sets them apart is their perfect balance of strength and agility, built for the tough, narrow trails of mountain forests. And their look is unmistakable, a dark chestnut coat with a striking flaxen mane and tail, a living emblem of the Black Forest itself. After World War II, mechanization nearly erased them. By the 1970s, only a few hundred remained. Thanks to local breeding associations, the breed made a comeback. And today, several thousand survive, proudly showcased in festivals, ecotourism, and Bavarian parades. For American horse lovers, the Schwarzwälder may recall our own heavy draft breeds. Yet it's different, smaller, more nimble, and forged by the challenge of mountain terrain. From near extinction to cultural icon, it stands as a living testament to resilience and German heritage. But this is only the beginning, because another giant, once famous for hauling beer wagons weighing tons, is waiting to be revealed next. Number 2. Rheinisch-Deutsches Kaltblut, Rhenish German coldblood. In the Rhineland, a true giant once stood as the pride of farmers and breweries alike, the Rheinisch-Deutsches Kaltblut, or Rhenish German coldblood. Emerging in the 19th century, this breed was developed for heavy draft work, plowing fields, hauling cargo, and pulling massive beer wagons through city streets. Standing 16 to 17 hands high, 64 to 68 inches, and weighing 1,600 to 2,000 pounds. It's one of the heaviest draft horses in all of Europe. With a broad, muscular frame, steady gait, and calm disposition, the Rhenish coldblood was built as a reliable, living engine for both farm and urban work. After World War II, tractors and trucks replaced horsepower, and the breed's numbers collapsed, at one point dwindling to only a few hundred. Yet thanks to dedicated studs and preservation groups, the Rhenish coldblood survives on a smaller scale today, often seen in draft pulling competitions, traditional forestry, and Rhineland festivals. For American audiences, it may bring to mind the Clydesdale, also famous for hauling beer wagons. But where the Clydesdale is taller and more refined, the Rhenish coldblood is blockier, heavier, and built for sheer industrial strength. If the Schwarzwälder Kaltblut represents the rugged forests of the Black Forest, then the Rhenish coldblood embodies the strength of the plains and cities of Germany. And the story of Germany's native coldbloods in the north still holds more surprises to come. Number 3. Schleswiger Kaltblut, Schleswig Draft Horse. In the far north of Germany, the Schleswiger Kaltblut, or Schleswig Draft Horse, first took shape in the 19th century. Built on the foundation of Denmark's Jutland horse, it was refined into a compact, muscular draft suited to the flatlands of Schleswig-Holstein. Standing 15 to 16 hands, 60 to 64 inches, and weighing 1,300 to 1,600 pounds. With the classic chestnut coat and flaxen mane, the Schleswiger became a trusted partner for farming, forestry, and hauling. But after World War II, mechanized agriculture erased the need for draft power. The breed's numbers plummeted. From more than 25,000 mares and 450 stallions right after the war, to barely 35 mares and 5 stallions by the 1970s. Thanks to preservation efforts and the re-establishment of a breeders' association, the population has slowly recovered, though today it remains classified as highly endangered on Germany's Red List. BLE 2023. Even so, the Schleswiger still carries its legacy as the farmer's horse, hardy, gentle, and easy to keep. Smaller than the giant drafts, yet more agile, it is valued less for raw size and more for its enduring work ethic, a trait that defines its true heritage. And as the story leaves the northern plains behind, our journey turns south, toward Bavaria, where another powerful coldblood has become a cultural icon. Number 4. Rheinisch-Deutsches Coldblut, South German coldblood. In Bavaria, a powerful draft breed still carries the spirit of the Alps, the Rheinisch-Deutsches Coldblut, or South German coldblood. Developed in the 19th century from the mountain Noriker, it quickly became the farmer's favorite for its stamina on steep terrain, hauling timber out of alpine forests and pulling heavy wagons across the land. Standing 16 to 17 hands high, about 64 to 68 inches, and weighing 1,600 to 2,000 pounds. These horses are known for their muscular build, solid stride, and calm temperament. The kind of horse that can work all day, rest little, and keep steady. Their coats are usually bay or chestnut, sometimes dappled, and they perform equally well in harness or under saddle. Unlike many other coldbloods that declined sharply after the war, the South German coldblood was preserved by state studs in Bavaria and a strong network of traditional breeders, keeping the population far more stable. Today, they remain a familiar sight in festival parades, brewery teams, and eco-friendly forestry work, where tradition and utility still meet. For American horse lovers, they may recall the Percheron of France or the Belgian Draft, both imported to the US long ago. But the South German coldblood has its own identity, practical, compact, and a reflection of Bavaria's enduring strength. And while these 4 coldbloods represent the full story of Germany's working horses, our final chapter takes a very different turn. It's not about pulling power, it's about the spirit of the wild. Number 5. Dülmener Wildpferd, Dülmen Wild Horse. Unlike the 4 German coldblood breeds we've seen before, the Dülmener Wildpferd, or Dülmen Wild Horse, was never bred to haul timber or pull wagons. It stands apart as the only truly wild horse herd left in Germany, and in all of Europe, a rare living treasure of nature. Recorded as far back as the 14th century, this herd survives in the Meerfelder Brook Nature Reserve in Westphalia. Small in size, standing 12 to 13.2 hands high, 48 to 54 inches, and weighing 600 to 800 pounds, the Dülmen is compact, hardy, and agile. Most often dun, brown, or gray in color. Their smaller build and natural adaptability have allowed them to endure for centuries in semi-wild conditions. Today, the population numbers only about 300 horses. Each year, locals continue the centuries-old tradition of the Dülmener Wildpferdfang, dating back to the 16th century. During the event, the herd is rounded up and young stallions are removed to control the population. It is both a method of conservation management and a cultural spectacle unique to Germany. For American viewers, the Dülmen may recall the Mustang, the iconic wild horse of the West. Though far smaller in stature, the Dülmen carries the same meaning, a vivid reminder of the wild past. And with it, the story of Germany's 5 native horse breeds comes full circle, from the raw strength of the coldbloods to the untamed freedom of the open field.